That was a little loud. Sorry for that. Okay, now let me go to here. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna look into YouTube's delay. Shit. I forgot to do that before I started. Let me go into overlays for like 1 second. Oh. I just realized why I don't have that anymore. Hold on. Okay, so how do I... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to decrease the delay on YouTube if it's possible. I don't think it is, though. That might be a thing for, like... I don't even know what it would be for. Would it be under settings, maybe? Channel? Nope. General. Upload defaults. Close. What's this? Okay, nope. Sorry, I'm trying to find out if I can decrease the amount of delay. Let me do a Google search really quick. Let me just do a little bit of research really quickly. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna mute my microphone while I figure this out. Right back. I know how to change it, but I think I have to wait until my next stream. So I gotta remember to freaking change it before I go live next time. So it's fine. I'll leave it for today, but I'll have to remember that for next time. Okay, I'm gonna keep everything open. Hey, it's going forever. How you doing? I don't know why my emojis aren't, the kick emojis aren't popping up in my multi-chat. So I guess it's something I have to figure out, but how is your Thursday going today? Hope it's going good. I may have to dip at some point during the stream today. To go and do something really quickly in the house, but besides that, I'm pretty much here all the time. So, let's go to YouTube. And then let's go to YouTube channel. Live, and we'll do this one. That. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I think we're chilling. Let me just grab my water, and then I will get started on this right after. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, I was live earlier on Rust, and I was running into the trouble of not being able to find any loot whatsoever, which is, I guess, the downside to playing on an OKOS server. So what we're going to do is we're either going to wait until late tonight. I'm going to basically stream this for the full year, and then go from there. And then if it's still kind of populated, what I'll do is I'll stream tomorrow at, hold on, gotta check the time I have set for tomorrow. I think I have set for tomorrow is 7 or something. Yeah, tomorrow was supposed to be a watch party, but I'm gonna wait another week while we decide what we're gonna watch and stuff. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. is when I'll go live, and then that way I should be able to get a bit more loot, because that'll be a day after wipe day. And then tonight will just be a franchise mode unless it gets really quiet later in the night today. So we'll see what happens today, but so far, at the moment, just going to be playing franchise mode. So, welcome in everyone. For anyone new here, welcome in. I will say right now, I am multi-streaming on different platforms at the moment. So whether you're from Twitch, Kick, YouTube, whatever, hello, welcome in. Hope it's nice to see you guys again. We're going to get started here. So I guess first off, let's show everyone what I did off stream. So we ended off in, what we did last stream for franchise mode. So that was, I think, 2 or 3 nights ago. We basically created the colors, created the team name, everything. We're doing Quebec City Delusion, which is a really wacky team name, but fuck it, I don't care. We're doing Quebec City and bringing them back to the NHL. That's what we're doing for our own team. And what we did last stream is we did the expansion draft. We picked out our players, signed free agents, did the draft, did re-sign phase. We got some good players here. And then off stream, what I did is I signed the AHL team, did my scouting. Actually, I didn't do scouts because scouts this year is going to be, really bad. I apologize if I die for a moment there. I just ate like a little while ago. So, but yeah, so we just did the off-season stuff. Just basically got all the boring stuff out of the way. We basically signed the big stuff. Did some trades at free agency if we did any. I don't remember if we did. And then we basically did all the boring stuff off stream. So whether it be the scouting or the coach signings, reassignings, did the lineups for the power play, penalty kill, even strength, goaltending, assigning players to different teams, etc. All the boring stuff I did off stream just to get it out of the way. So yeah, because the boring stuff in the first year or two is kind of tedious and hard to do. Once you get everything signed after on the 3rd year, it's pretty straightforward. So once we get into the 3rd year, I'll start doing all that stuff on stream. But for now, staying off stream unless we have like a lot of time we gotta waste. So last year we did our expansion team. I'm gonna go through all the players, go through what we have scratched, explain why, and I'll get to that. So first line, we've got Alex Tuck, formerly from the Buffalo Sabres. We got Shane Pinto, formerly from Ottawa. And we got Cole Perfetti on the first line from my home team, Winnipeg Jets. With that first line, gained a +1. We basically, even though it says that Perfetti is a playmaker, we have a power forward shooting player. We've got a playmaking, actually not really a playmaking two-way forward. We've got a power forward who can shoot and pass the puck. We've got a two-way forward that has some good defensive stats, and then we've got a playmaker with both shooting and passing stats. So it's kind of a weird lineup, but here's what I want to do for Perfetti. I'm doing my off-stream save on my home team, right? I've got Perfetti on Winnipeg just as normal. And when I had him on my lineup in the first few years, I noticed he had a lot of shots. If you take a look at Perfetti's stats from the 24-25 season, so last year IRL, you can see he has 143 shots in 82 games played. Not bad for a playmaker. And his shooting percentage, 12%. That's honestly really solid. And he's got 50 points. So I want to see if I can turn this guy into a sniper. Get him to shoot the puck more, be more of a physical presence. He has Spark Plug, which generates more energy when he does hits, which is a really good X factor. But it doesn't really fit him. So I want to see if I can get him a better shooting category and maybe a shooting X factor. I didn't do that for his season goals, but I just did regular, like, I basically told him to get, I think, 20 or 30 goals for the goal this year. So yeah, so I got Tuck, Pinto, Perfetti on that first line. If it doesn't work, we can always shift things around. We can put Liney on the first line. Perfetti can pass the puck then. We'll figure it out. Speaking of line A, second line, we've got 2 Winnipeg Jets back together. I don't think Perfetti was part of the team when Line A was on the team. I think Line A was traded in 2019. Perfetti was drafted 2020. But I mean, still, they were formerly on the same team, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to kind of quote unquote reunite them. Line A on the left hand side, he was drafted in through the expansion from Montreal, Lundell from Florida, and Samoskevich from, I think, Calgary? No, from Florida. Wait. Oh, I traded for Samoskevich, I think. Wait, did I? I don't remember. But I do know that Line A, Lundell, and Samoskevich. So, second line, Line A was shooting. He's a sniper. We've got Lundell, who has really good passing, 92 passing with the tape-to-tape X factor. And a good shutdown player as well. Good skating, good physical, good defensive stats. Really good center right there. And then Samoskevich, we've got on the right wing, just to be an extra passer in case Lundell doesn't do good with passing. Because I know that these younger 2A forwards, him and Tyson Forrester in NHL 25, they were really good passers in that game. So we've got them together on the second line there just in case. And then we're down to our bottom 6. There's more of our physical players. Third line, we've got Lawson Krause from Utah. I thought this is a really good pickup for the bottom 6. Signed to a 4.3 for this year, and I think he's got like 3 or 2 million for the next 3. Beecher on the center spot. We've got him working on his face-offs this year for a season goal. Really good physical. And then we got Pospisil, again, really good physical. These guys are more of our penalty killers / our extra players that we need to use while the rest of the team is on the bench. And then Kiefer Sherwood, fourth line. This guy has been popping off this year. It's actually kind of crazy how many points he has with Vancouver. It's actually insane. We're not going to extend him though. Lizotte, got him on the center spot. Just a kind of a defensive playmaker. It's kind of nice actually. Even though he's 5'9", he's got 3-star physical, 3.5-star skating, 4-star defense. It's kind of crazy how many defensive stats he has. He's more of a 2-way forward, but he's listed as a playmaker, which is kind of odd at 5'9". And then we got Pontus Holmberg on the right wing. Really good, again, defensive playmaker. So, scratch players, we got Dakota Joshua. So we got some players that we can swap in if something doesn't work. We're trying to make the cup run, at least get into the playoffs this year. And we also got Eric Holla in case we need better face-offs on the bottom 6. So, defensively, we got our first overall pick. We did trade up for that. We traded Svechnikov and a bunch of other firsts for this pick specifically. So hopefully this works out for us. First line defense, we got Dorsett. He is a defensive defenseman. But I said this in the last franchise mode stream. I have had it where defensive defensemen can grow not only to 96 overall, but have at least 90 passing. It has happened to me in the past. I want to see if I can repeat it again. So we're going to try and get that passing category up, that offensive awareness category up. See if we can get a shot accuracy up a bit. I don't know if we will be able to, but we'll see. We've got him paired up with Bet Pesci, so another defensive defenseman, but we're going to see if we can like cause this to like get some passing in there, you know? Second line, we got Philip Broberg. We've only got him for like 5x4, so not a crazy amount of time. And then next to him, we got Braden Schneider, another defensive defenseman. So we're very defensive-minded defense this year, but we'll figure that out later. Third line, we got Morver, again, defensive defenseman, and then we also got Emberson, defensive defenseman. So we've got like 5 defensive defensemen. One of them trying to turn into like a 2-way. And then we got Broberg, kind of as like a 2-way defender / offensive. So. And then in net, we traded, did we trade or pick him up? I don't remember. But we got Wallstead here. 83 overall, listed as a backup, but he's definitely good enough to be a starter. And then we got Connor Ingram backing him up in the backup spot. So in the AHL, we signed Sebastian Cossa at the expansion draft. We got Carey Price as his backup. We got Beckman, Douglas, Stranges, Akuratu, Akil Thomas, Tulio, Gunler, Currens, Mysak, Royko, I think is how I say it. I think that's right. Ratanen and Korpikoski. I think is how I say that. Holy moly, I'm butchering these names. Basically, I've only saw a few players that might make the jump to the NHL. Like Beckman's one of them. Douglas is another. Tulio maybe. Strange maybe. Like the top 6 players mostly are the ones that have the best shot of making the NHL. I think the bottom 6 players are completely not able to make it. I know Kolyachonok is definitely able to make the NHL probably next year if he wants to. Same with Iorio, Milash maybe, Barch. That's a big question mark because this guy we got in the second round of the NHL draft, so not a great pick, but I want to see if I can grow him. You never know. And then Pooley and Johansson down here are probably not gonna make the NHL, but you never know. So, yeah. besides that, I think that is it. We're going to see how this team does in the sim here. I already did my season goals. I basically got all the playmakers on assists, shooters on goals, everyone else kind of just plus minus, get the defensive awareness up or their goalie stats up, stuff like that. So nothing crazy. We're going to see how they do in the preseason, and if they do well, bonus. If not, well, that's a plan for another day. So here we go. Starting off the first ever year with the Quebec City, Quebec City Delusion. And so far we got 3-1, 3-2, or sorry, 4-3. Sorry, I'm stupid. Salary cap compliance, if we know that, and then player on waivers. Yep, there we go. All right, so 4-4-0, not a bad preseason record. It could have been better because we have an NHL team on our backs, but that is fine. Okay, first game of the season. We gotta do real-time sim for this one. We're gonna simulate this game. Sim affiliate game, yes, of course. Let us see how we do against my home team, who won the President's Trophy last year. They're doing absolutely terrible this year. I'm not happy with it. But hey, what can you do, right? Power play for Winnipeg doesn't go anywhere. Shane Pinto scoring the first ever goal for Quebec. So there's the first ever goal scored in franchise history for Quebec there. Another power play for Winnipeg doesn't go anywhere. Our penalty kill's kind of good. I think I did a decent job building the special teams. I usually don't do a great job of it, but this time I think I did a pretty good job. So first period, 9-7 in favor of Quebec. See how we do in the second period here. We're leading 1-0 with the lone goal being Shane Pinto, which is not what I expected. Shane Pinto, he's more of a shutdown guy, I feel. Even though he doesn't like throw the body a lot. There is Emberson getting the second goal of franchise history. From a defenseman as well. Put some power play swimming around, doesn't go anywhere though. John Beecher. Our bottom lines are kind of performing here. Emberson on the third pairing defense, Beecher third line center. Kind of crazy that we're scoring so many on Hellebuck right now. Like first period, what was it? 11 minutes left in the first period that there was, I think. Second period, 11 minutes again for Emberson, 4 minutes left for Beecher. Like we're doing really solid. 21-16 in favor of Quebec here. Power play for us again. 5-on-3 doesn't go anywhere there. Winnipeg shuts us down on that one. Hellebuck probably helped with that one a lot. There's the goal. Scheifele scoring on Wallstead. Okay, well, we know what Wallstead's doing good so far. That $9 million's already paying off at the moment. Power play for Winnipeg. Oh, no, I had to say something. Nyquist scoring the second goal within 5-6 minutes of Scheifele scoring, but it's not enough as we win 3-2. I love how as soon as I said that Wallstead was doing good, we tore apart. That's also the first home game, but you know what? Look at Wallstead's numbers. 9-17. 2 goals against. You know what? Not a bad start for Wallstead. So let's see who got the points here. So goals. Shane Pinto. Ty Emberson had 14 minutes of ice time. Oh, wait. Penalty kill. I forgot. And then John Beecher. Assists were Emberson, Sherwood. So Emberson had a 2-point night. Damn. Okay. All right, Emberson. I see you. He wants to play second pairing minutes pretty badly. Sherwood with a point and assist. Perfetti with an assist. Moravera with an assist. Our bottom pairing defense just kind of went crazy. Pontus Holmberg on the fourth line, I think. Krause on that line as well. Pinto and Beecher. All right, so we definitely had a lot of points in this game. Holy shit. Moravera with a +3. Damn. Emberson, our third pairing defense kind of went off in this one game. That's kind of crazy. So I think we definitely picked the right players for that third pairing defense. I was like, who am I going to go with? Koichanik, Moravera, Emberson. I don't know who I'm going to go with. I don't know. I'm looking forward to when overtime happens and we get to see these jerseys in action. I'm excited for that because I think I kind of cooked with these jerseys. I went with the old LA colors and they honestly look really good. So, all right, we're going to go month by month. Let's see how we do. I will stop at any Montreal games because that's kind of a cool rivalry between Montreal and Quebec. Same province, similar fan base. Excuse me, sorry. Miramanov, 79 overall. We've already got a guy filling in that role. We don't need him. We've already got Emberson, so we're going to decline that waiver pickup. Lost to Anaheim, lost to St. Louis. Now, this is what I'm expecting in the first year, but if we make a push for, like, at least first round, I'll be happy. I think we got another win and a loss there, so. Mark Malone. Is that Post Malone's, like, long-lost brother? Mark Malone. We'll take a look at him. Frank Kyan. Oh yeah, so we have a custom roster as well. I forgot to mention this. So, we have a custom roster on this freaking game. Basically, I've got a bunch of friends of mine that have made players. So we got a few options here. to go with if we want to go with like our own players, or if we want to go with like the actual players in the NHL. Belchets can be scouted. We'll do a point. Go. I did not do scouts this year, so we won't have very accurate scouting. Just a heads up that there might not be accurate scouting at all. Ryan Lynn. I have this guy on my off-stream save, actually. I believe. Peterborough Pete's. The point will do Blacker this time. Confirm. Potential. Alright. Ooh. Ooh. We're scouting this. This is at least low elite. So Solovyov, a left winger, is potentially franchise low. That's kind of crazy. Frederick Nelson, I'll scout this out. If he's even close to being a medium elite, I'll take the chance. And then there are any other low elite players? There is Ristolainen, Raimo Ristolainen. Let's take a look and see if we can get him uncovered some more. And then besides that, any gems? Just a bust. We're not going to go for that. And then pinned players. So Ristolainen, Nelson, and Solovyov. Solovyov? I think that's how I say it. Pretty sure that's how you say it. That's how you spell it. So win against Buffalo, loss against Carolina, loss against LA Kings, loss against Florida, San Jose. Now we're against Florida. Sorry about that. 5-2 loss. Yeah, so we're not going to do very well this year. 3-0 loss, 5-4 win, and then 5-4 loss against Anaheim, and then against Carolina to finish out the month of October, a 4-3 loss. So 3-9-0, not great. I will be honest, especially with a lot of defensive defensemen. That could be part of the problem, though. Let's take a look and see why we're doing so bad. So, minus 13 on this top line. Jeez. So, Perfetti's definitely passing more than shooting, but that we expected that. That's fine. This top line isn't going to be perfect. Second line. Line A, 5-3. I mean, Lundell's passing the puck. That's what we wanted. We could switch Line A with Tuck. See if that kind of helps out a bit, because our second line was doing better. So, we'll see if that helps a minute. And then we could also switch Pinto and Lundell. See if that helps out as well. I think this might be a better lineup, honestly. Third line, how are we doing here? +0, okay, +2, +2. We could throw Samoskevich down a line, put Krause on the second. And then Sherwood. Our bottom six is doing really well. So what we could go even further. And bottom six is doing fine. So I don't want to change too much, but I also don't want to do too much in terms of ruining those numbers down there. First line defense, not great. I mean, I expected that. +1, or +1, 1 assist. So he's got his first point at least, but in 12 games, yikes. It's gonna be rough for Dorsett. I probably should have stuck with him for one more year in juniors, but I wanted to see how it would go. Broberg a -11, -10. Morver and Emberson Morver and Emberson have 5 points combined. So I kind of want to maybe we do Broberg first line, Dorsett third line, Morver second line maybe. I mean, they're playing so damn well. We may as well give them some extra ice time. And then in net, see Ingram 881. Wallsted's actually doing better than expected. So Ingram isn't doing fantastic. He hasn't won a single game in his backup career so far with us. That is kind of a yikes. What about face-off percentage? Let's take a look. Shooting percentage. 49%, that's not bad. And then Lundell. 54. Okay, so then yeah, we're swapping them is actually the right call. What about Beecher? How are you doing? I mean, he's doing well player-wise. 49%, so not bad. And then Lazat, how are you doing? 45. Ooh, that's a rough number. Okay, so then you know what? I'm going to swap out Lazat for Holla. He's got better face-offs. We'll see if that helps. So this is going to be double playmaker again, but I think it'll be fine. We could also, we could even go further and scratch Samoskevich and give Lazat some second and some third line ice time since he's playing so well. So we'll do that for a bit. We'll see if that helps out a little bit. So let's continue on. Let's keep going and see how we do here. All right, November. Let's do the entire month of November here. So New York Rangers coming up next. Any games with Montreal? We do have a game with Montreal on the 22nd. I want to real-time sim that, see if we can get in overtime. Maybe last 3 minutes we can watch it. 3-2 loss against the Rangers, 2-1 win against Vancouver, the Islanders, and Chicago, 5-3 loss, and a 4-1 win. Okay, so breaking even between those two teams. If we get the first overall pick, that's fine. We're kind of my aim was to be a fringe wildcard team. I wanted to get pieces that could contend, but also tank at the same time. Good year for rookies, good. 3-1 loss against the Rangers, a shutout loss against Winnipeg,
3-1 loss against Nashville, 3-2 overtime loss against Seattle, 4-0 loss against Tampa. Let's see how we fare against Montreal, which currently their record is almost reverse of ours. We're 5-15, they're 13-4. Holy shit. 11 points. We are the worst in the league. Nice. All right. Let us sim this game. We'll try and get the last like 3 or 4 minutes of the third period here. Here we go. Oh my god, within like 2 minutes, Josh Anderson scoring on Wallstead. Power play for Quebec doesn't go anywhere. We got a rivalry between these two teams here. They're in the same province. Cole Caulfield scoring the second goal. Oh my god, we're just getting annihilated here. Jeez, this is not good. I mean, to be fair, we're going up against a team that has literally the reverse record of ours. They're like directly opposite of us. They are contending. Nothing yet. Power play from Montreal doesn't go anywhere. 6 minutes left in the second period. Okay, we're shutting them down better this time. We're getting shots. Okay, as soon as I say that, Albert Jack scoring another goal for Montreal. All right, third period underway here. I mean, shots are definitely better than they were, but they're still just absolutely peppering Wallstead with shots. It's insane. Yeah, I think this game is over. 3-0. Looks like either, I don't know if Montembeau or Dobush are in net, but one of them's getting a shot. There we go. Never mind. Lazat scoring with 5 minutes left. All right. We'll take it. We ruined the shutout at least, and Bolduc scoring one last goal just to ruin it. I should have gone to the freaking third period. Damn it. All right. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Who was it home stats for Montreal? Yeah. Who was in net? It was Montembeau with a 966. God damn, Montembeau. That's insane. Yeah, I don't even want to look at Wallsted's number after that game. All right, let's go down to the 30th of November, and then we will go into December here. 2-1 loss against LA. So we've got net. What is this now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game losing streak. We're gonna make it 10, double digits. We got 10. Oh my god, I didn't want to do this badly. I mean, I expected this. This happens with every expansion team. So I'm not shocked. 7-5, 3-13. I mean, the first line got somewhat better. Second line, a -21. Jeez. Fourth line, Sherwood. So our third line has definitely gone down. I think we need to go back to what it was before, and just to kind of, the first line just needs to not do well, unfortunately. We'll put Samoskevich back. We'll put Tuck back on the first line. That shouldn't be like that, should it? I thought it was a 0. And then first line Broberg, Pesci, second line Morvair and Schneider, third line Dorset and Emberson. Dorset still with a -7, only 1 assist. I should have waited a little while. I could move him down to the AHL. Wait, he's a 79 overall. I just realized, wait. He's got 80 passing. What did I say? I could move him down. There's still time. Oh, no, there's not still time. He's not going to get the Calder. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're not doing the Calder with him anyways. I think I'll swap him and Kolyachonic, and I'll leave Morvair on the second line. I'll move him down. I think that's the smart move. Let him tear it up in the AHL. You know, let him go crazy. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. This way that his growth doesn't get hindered. Oh. Kolyachonic on the third pairing. AHL team. We're gonna put Dorset on the first line. Just give him a year to grow. Just let him chill in the AHL for a year. See how he does. Let him get a bunch of points. He's only got 1 assist in 25 games. I don't want to ruin his chances of becoming a 96 overall. I really don't. I should have waited a year to sign him. That's on me. I kind of jumped the gun with him. So, all right. Back to the sim. Month of December. We got Minnesota, Columbus back to back here, away and then home. 11 games in a row we lose. Let's go with the draft class and take a break from this insanity. Another franchise player has quick. Oh my god. Well, we're tanking. Holy shit. We'll pin that. Frank Kyan, we don't really need particularly. He's defense. No, he's 2A actually. Rubrek, we don't really need. Stenberg. I mean, Wyman would be kind of nice. A left-handed offensive defenseman for the second line. A 5'8", though. That is a very small dude. Holy. Bjork, 2-way forward, potentially. I'll give him another scout just to make sure. We'll pin that as well. We're kind of just pinning everyone, seeing what happens. Belches, I know he's medium elite, but you never know. Maybe they updated the rosters to where he isn't. Give him another scout. Preston as well. I'll give him oh, no, I can't. Never mind. Let's go to potential-wise. A franchise, Stenberg. So that franchise low guy is not franchise low. That's fine, though. We'll see what he is. Was it Solovyov, right? Ristolainen? Anything yet? Nope. Still scouting him. Okay. There's this Nielsen guy, though, that's now here. Sniper. Probably a low elite. I'll give him a shot. A- scouting. Okay, I'll do that. That's good. That's good. Pin him. Any gems? 2 busts. Okay, not going to happen. Pin players. So, Solovyov. What was he? Probably low elite. We'll give him another scout. See what happens. What's his potential in arriving? 5 years at the moment. Okay. Ristolainen and Nielsen. Is Ristolainen still being scouted? Yes, he is. Okay, Malone. Nelson. Yeah, scout. And then I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so might be getting the first overall pick, which is another franchise player. There we go. 6-4 win against Columbus. That's good. Back-to-back, San Jose, Seattle win and a loss. Okay, that's fine. We're getting some wins in there. That's good. That's the good news. We're just not. We haven't hit double digits in wins yet. Holy shit. There's another win against Pittsburgh. Loss against Vancouver. Loss against Washington. New Jersey, we got a win against them, 4-3. 4-1 loss against Calgary. 4-2 win against Seattle. And then Chicago, Philly back-to-back here. 3-2 loss and a 3-2 win. Okay, so first quarter of the season, just hit 11 wins with the win against Philly in December. Nice. And are we the lowest team? 24 points. Yeah, we are almost 10 points behind of the Sabres. Nice. Okay, let's go look at extensions. I doubt anyone's going to want to sign with us. But hey, you know what? I mean, what can we do, right? So, I mean, there's some growth here. I mean, there's a little bit. I think Pesci grew to an 87, so that's good. Lina did drop from an 85, 86. Freddie Pinto, nothing crazy. Sherwood does want to sign. What is he looking for? He's looking for 2.8, making 2.5 right now. For 2 more years, is that the window? If that's the window, I'm okay with that. Our window is a 3-year window for extension. So if we can do 3... Is he playing well? +1. I mean, he's got 20 points on the 4th line, I think that is. That's pretty damn good. I can't not sign him for that. That's pretty solid. Also, do I have my camera? Okay, I do. Good. All right. Sherwood, you know, honestly, he's earned that 2.8. If he moves up to the 3rd line next year, replaces someone, that's honestly good. So 3 years, we'll do that. We'll give him $3 million for it. Or we could go not... That is the vacuum. I was like, what the heck is that noise? I was like, is that my music? We'll actually lower his price tag to 2.850. Should we go lower, actually? 2.5? No. 2.750. We'll do this. So we're going to lower his asking price, but we're also going to give him a no movement modified trade. This way we can trade him if we want to. If he gets up a lot of value on him, we can totally trade him if we need to. So 2.750 for 3 years at a 75% no movement trade. Here we go. Does it go through? He says yes. Okay, so we got him for 3 more years, locking him up to that 3-year quote-unquote cup window. That's the contract we signed Lawson Crusters, who he did drop in overall, by the way, but that's fine. He's meant to be a bottom 6 piece. That's okay. Joshua, Eric Holla. He's only played a few games for me so far. He's played 14. He's got 3 assists. If Lizotte isn't doing well, I wouldn't mind signing him. What is Lizotte? He's not looking to extend either. 8 points in 38 games played, not doing well. What's his asking price? Is that 1.55? Yeah, no, that's not happening. I think we will sign Eric Holla to at least another year. And yeah, this is honestly a solid price. If we can get him even lower than that with a modified trade, let's do 50%, and then we'll go 1 million. Nope, too low. 1.1. There we go. 1.1 for 1 year, 50%. He's 35. That's why I'm not doing the 3-year window. So we'll see if he says yes. He does. All right. So we got him for another year. Lizotte, we're not going to sign that. Excuse me. Kolyachonic, we can't sign for some reason. I don't know why. Excuse me. I'm dying. Holy shit. There's Dorsett. Yeah, I made the right call. Still, what has he got in the AHL so far? So in Burnaby, he's got, you know what? He's got 2 assists already. That's already more than what he was getting in the NHL. I think we made the right call there. He's also got a +4. Yeah, +4. We made the right decision. So then, yeah, we'll leave him in the AHL for the rest of this year. Let him cook down there. See what he does. Let's see what all of our physical top 6 players in the AHL want for extensions. I could see Curtis Douglas being a 4th line center. I can see the vision. It's just his face-offs is the problem. But besides that, 80 skating, physicality's there, defensive stats are there. It's just his face-off center. I just can't promise that. So I'll probably RFA him. Iorio, we don't have a spot for him because of Emberson. Yeah, RFA'd as well. Stranges, let's see, 1 mil at a one-way contract though. 975 for 2-way. You know what? Let's do not. Yeah, 975 1-year 2-way contract. I'll do that. That's doable. If he says no, then whatever. Thomas, I wouldn't mind signing you as well. You got slightly better face-offs than the other guy. 3 years maybe. Let's see. Yeah, no. I think we have to do 2 years at 950. See if we can get him a little. Oh no, 975. Let's see if he says yes to the 2-year. If he does, bonus. If not, it's fine. Oh, he says yes. Awesome. All right. Karens, we're not gonna sign. We're not gonna sign Mysak. Actually, no. We'll sign these. We'll sign as many AHL players as we need to. I just don't want to like go through free agency in this stream. That'll just take a while. Karens, what about you? 1.1. I don't like that. I don't like that in the first few years. They asked for way too much. Gannett or Guinet. I don't know how you say it. I think he's actually scratched. I'm not gonna bother. Tulio, I don't mind signing him. But a 1 year at 1 mil, I'm not a fan of. We'll try 1 year 975, even if it's on a one-way contract. I do not mind that. All right, that's a 2-way. Callahan, no. Ratu is extended already, and then goaltending. So Sebastian Kosa, I'd like to keep you around. That's reasonable. That's not. That's even worse. All right, so it looks like a one-way deal we're doing. 875. Yeah, we'll do that. 875 for 1 year. Accepts the offer. Beautiful. He's already up to 74 overall. I think he was 73, so that's pretty good. And then Carey Price, honestly, if you don't retire this year, I wouldn't mind you coming back for 2 more. Yeah, let's do this. 2 years, 950K. I'm okay with that. And then our NHL tandem is locked up. I didn't look at their numbers. Also, 84 overall for Wallstead. Honestly, he's doing pretty solid for a team not doing well. And then Ingram, yeah, I made the wrong call with Ingram. He did not do well this year. Yeah, not a fan of the numbers he's got so far. Besides that, no one really to sign besides that. I mean, Kolichonic, I can sign. It's just it doesn't let me. So, and then I want to look at the value really quick and the plus minuses. So, look at growth. No growth there. He actually dropped. Lundell, I think he was an 86 when we started, but that's still okay. No, I mean, the numbers are there. The numbers are there. It's just his minus number is not good because of the team. Same with Perfetti. I need to get Perfetti shot totals up. Line, he's got 10 goals and 38. Honestly, for a team that's not doing well, that's actually good. More goals and assists for a sniper. That's what we want. So I'm happy with that. Also, is it respect accuracy? It is. Wow, okay. I didn't realize it was that low. Pinto, again, the top 6 is putting up decent points. Samoskevich isn't doing as well, but it's because he's an 82 overall. So that's honestly okay. I'm okay with that. Third line, Lawson Krause, 12 points. That's about right. Beecher, 6 points. Could be better. Pospisil, 10 points. That's okay. Sherwood's doing stellar. Lazat, 8 points. Holmberg. So then I think I'm going to put Pospisil on the 4th line and Sherwood on the 3rd because he's doing well. He's definitely deserving that extra ice time. And then Krause, 12 points. He's doing well. Beecher, we'll leave it. And then defensively, how are we doing here? Minus 25, minus 22. Yeah, it's not great, but it's fine. Goaltending, we already looked at that. So let's swap these guys. All right, so let's keep going with the sim. The growth looking like just our goalie and Dorset in the AHL is growing. Besides that, nothing really crazy. Sorry, had to check something really quick. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about All right, on to the month of January. I'm not expecting too much better things to happen here. I think we're just going to continue the tank, honestly. 4-2 loss against San Jose. Yeah. Strana just says yes. Tulio says no. Wow, okay. Even though his contract interest was up there, okay. That might have been a glitch. 3-2 loss against Dallas. 3-0 loss against Boston. 6-3 loss against Toronto. Yeah, this team has a long ways to go. 2-0 loss against Minnesota. 1-0 loss against Boston, 5-3 loss against Anaheim. Holy shit, this team is doing absolutely terrible. 5-3 win and 5-4 overtime win against Columbus, Winnipeg. Okay, so basically the teams that I'm seeing so far that are kind of losing to us are Columbus and Winnipeg, which is interesting. Might have wheels as well. This guy could be a legitimate like physical power forward maybe. That's what I'm getting. Rubrek, two-way forward. Does he have born leader? No, I think he has. I want to say truculence or unstoppable. I can't remember which one it is. Stenberg. I still like Wyman. I'm not gonna lie. An offensive-minded defenseman. I mean, that would be really good. Bjork is medium elite playmaker. A year ETA though is a center though, which is good. I mean, if we need to get a center playmaker on the first line, Lundell can play second. We can trade Pinto. That could work. That could be good. So we'll think about that. Bjork could be a legitimate option here. Bell says we have a power forward, right? And that's Alex Tuck. So not going to do that. Potential wise, let's take a look. Franchise potential there. Ooh, medium elite, two-way forward potentially. I'll give him another scout and see. But in what is that? 101? Damn. Okay, so whether he's 17 or 18, that is a very good pick because that gives him at least 9 to 10 years minimum. Or yeah, minimum. I don't know. Basically 9 to 10 years to grow, which is really good. So Frederick Nelson could be a very good left winger. That could be a really good depth pick right there. Belshea. So Bjork. Think about Bjork. Think about Nelson. Actually, no, I'm definitely taking Nelson. Belshea, I'm not really looking to pick up, so we're going to leave him after he's done that scouting report. What about low elites? So Hilbert, 152nd. A two-way right defenseman. 5-year ETA at 17-18. So again, the 10 years that I mentioned. Same with him. Nilsson, 19. So this guy has 8 years to grow. Because once you hit 27 years of age, you get your exact potential, and then you can jump up in potential and overall still, but it's a lot slower than being like low elite potential, medium elite potential. You know what I mean? So it's a lower chance. I'll still scout him, but I'm not expecting anything crazy, and he's not even guaranteed to be low elite. So if he's a top 6 player, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to scout him a little longer. Raimo Ristolainen is 18, still being scouted, and then everyone else, that's it for that. Okay, any gems? Solovyev is a gem. So he was franchised, now he's being projected as a top, or as a low elite. And then pin players, what do we have for pins? So, if we don't get the first overall pick in Malone, I'll try and trade up. If I can't, then I'm probably going to take Bjork as a playmaker. That'd be good. Ristolainen, depth. Nilsson, depth pick. Hilbert, depth pick. I like that depth pick a lot. Nelson's a very good depth pick. Solovyev's a very good pick. So everyone here is like 18 or younger. The only guy that's like above that is what? Was it Hilbert? No, it was Nilsson. Yeah, 19. Yeah, so we got to keep that in mind. But I mean, not bad. Not bad. 7-3 win against Detroit. 5-4 overtime loss against the Islanders. 4-2 win against Colorado. 4-3 overtime loss against St. Louis. 2-1 win against Washington. And then against Minnesota to end off the month of January. We have a 7-6 shootout loss. So those overtime slash shootouts, those at least give us a point, which is good. But at the same time, it's still annoying. 16-32-5 going into the month of February. 4-3 overtime loss. Nashville. 1-0 loss. So, I mean, okay, that's a bit of a better game. We didn't like get completely outscored. That's a bit better than normal. We got another game against Montreal coming up here. 5-4 win against Toronto. Against Vegas here, we've got a 6. I almost said 6-7. 8-7 overtime loss. We're gonna skip this Montreal game, even though it's at home. Montreal, Detroit back to back here. Let's see if we win against Montreal this time. 4-3 shootout loss. We took them to a shootout. That's actually pretty good. 3-2 loss against Detroit. 5-3 win against the Islanders. Edmonton, we have a 4-3 win. Okay, hold on. We got a bit of a streak coming up. Vegas. We have a, what is it? What have we got? 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 A 6-2 loss. Okay, so we're at the trade deadline. Anytime after this period, we do not make any trades. We're not allowed to. I need to look at points before I go to the trade screen. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's take a look here. Edit lines. Okay. So let's see any growth. So Perfetti stayed the same. Line is still 84. Pinto still in 83. Krause, Beecher, Sherwood, Lizotte dropped, I think. Any growth defensively? 87 for Pesci. Okay, that's better. That's better. Physical's up there as well. Schneider 86, Morver 78. Emerson I think jumped to an 80. Any goaltending growth? 85 for Wallstead. Okay, okay. So I'm noticing that Wallstead's ask is kind of matching his stats so far. He was asking for $9 million. I gave him the $9 million for 3 years. So far, it's actually living up to that potential. So that's good. Let's look at point totals now. So 32 assists and 17 goals for Tuck. Not bad. Almost 50 points in 62 games, even though he's not on a good team. Lundell, 44 points. Not bad. Perfetti. I mean, these guys have at least 40 points. That's solid first line numbers. I'm not going to lie. That's decent. Second line, 44 points there. 42 points here for Pinto. Not bad. Honestly, Pinto might be our bona fide second line center. 40, is that 42 points? That's 44. No, it's 46, sorry. 42. 46 points for Pinto. That's not bad. And he's a third line scoring forward? There ain't no way. Freaking what? I mean, it matches Ottawa 35, Ottawa 27, Ottawa 37, and then Quebec 46. He just popped the fuck off. He's not even at the end of the year yet. 29 points for Sam Moskevich. Honestly, even that's not bad. That's not bad for a second line guy. So I'm okay with that. Third line, Lawson Krause. Pretty solid, actually. We've got this guy for how much for next year? $2 million. He's been making 4.3 this year. Beecher, 5 and 8. Yeah, this guy is just a physical player. He's more of a fourth line guy. But I got him signed for 2 years, or no, 4 years at $2 million. So it's not bad. He's just a physical player. That's it. Sherwood, he got a -3, but he's got 30 points. This guy might be our top trading asset to trade away. Kiefer Sherwood is insane in this sim. He's got like 30 points, 62 games, playing bottom 6 minutes. Like, that's solid. 13 goals for Pospisil? Huh? Okay. Lizotte, 18 points on the fourth line. I mean, our depth is pretty damn good. 19 points for Holmberg. Defensively, we've got 16 points for, was it Broberg? Same with Pesci. Second line, 14 points for Morver. Schneider has 23 points. Koichonic, 8 points so far. What does he have in the AHL? AHL, he had 17 before he got called up in 26 games played, so made the right call. Emberson with 14 points as a third pairing guy. That's insane. So who are our top assets here? I think our definite top asset is definitely freaking Kiefer Sherwood. We can put Joshua on the lineup instead. See what Joshua does at the end of the season. See if he's worth that bottom 6 role. Eric Holla could go in there as well. Maybe get some goals going for Beecher and Krause. Like, Sherwood's doing so well right now. And we're not going for the playoffs. I think we're already knocked out at this point. We're like bottom barrel of the league. So I think we're gonna trade Sherwood, maybe for like a future third line center, maybe. So we'll look around the league, see what there is. I do need to take a look at his team ask, because I think he's on a no movement modified trade. So let's take a look at the value. Yeah. Ooh, he's not. He has 30 points in 60 games, and he does not have a lot of value. How? That is crazy. Is it the contract? It might be. It's the contract. 2.5 at 1 year. 2.7 for 3. Oh, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. He doesn't have more points than that. What about anyone else? Broberg, Pinto, Perfetti, Tuck, Line, Schneider, Lundell, Pesci, Dorset. So yeah, our top value players are not our depth. Interesting. Very intriguing. So then, who do I want to sell? Who could I sell? Honestly, Pinto could be one of them, because we were talking about the first overall pick coming on the first line, and then flipping, what's his name? Lundell coming to the second line. Like, you know what I mean? Could do Pinto being sold here. I like his stats. It's just he's not. He's playing very well for us. Don't get me wrong. He's got 46 points on the second line. That's solid for a second liner. Excuse me. What about our goalies? How's Wallstead's value growing? It's getting up there slowly, very slowly. Kosa can probably play backup next year. 77 overall at 23 years of age, a 918 and a 252. We're gonna have a tandem next year, I think. So draft picks, we have our lottery pick. We could use a second rounder. So honestly, Pinto for a second and a prospect could be the move here. So let's explore the option. Let's see who's looking for a second, third line center spot. So I know Boston has some struggles with centers. They could use him. We could bring in a prospect for the third line. Kastelik, we're not going to bring him in. He's almost 26. Matthew Patras could be someone. It's just not great for a third line center of the future. I want more of like an actual prospect. So let's keep looking. Buffalo. Do we have anyone here? Noah Ostlund could be good. Wahlberg could be good even. Center power forward, but 66 faceoffs. I'm not a fan of that. Ostlund, 70 faceoffs, a bit better, but a playmaker. Sam O'Reilly, a two-way forward. He's not bad. It could be possible to grab him. Sterling, top 9, sniper. Okay, so Boston has some options here. Not bad. Calgary. Hans, that could be a good third line center. Not great face-offs though, so I'm probably going to pass on him. Connor Zeri's already 82 overall. Nothing there. Carolina, Stankoven, Ungersorum. No, I don't see that happening. Kotkaniemi. Nah, not seeing anything there either. Chicago. Oliver Moore. He's got a plus 14 right now with how many points? 51 points. Well, they're definitely not going to want to trade him away. Holy shit. Ludwinski, though? Maybe Ludwinski. Or Pabazel. Okay. Colorado. Jack Drury, Colton. Ivan. 71 face-offs. He's a physical player. Decent skating, good defensive stats. Okay. Columbus. Del Bel Beluz. Not bad. I'm looking for more like an actual prospect, you know? Like someone like Malatesta, but with a little more value, you know what I mean? Wyatt Johnston, Maverick Bork, Owen Back, nothing there. Detroit. Here we go. Dower Nilsson, 72-20. A sniper. That'd be more like a winner. Carter Bear. Here we go. Two-way forward. 6 foot. Not great physically, though. Nate Danielson. Hey, Crab, how's it going? How you doing today? Crab, I got my multi-streaming set up. I got it sorted beginning of the week? Yeah, beginning of the week. Yeah, I got it set up, so. I like Danielson. I do not mind Danielson. He needs his defensive stats kind of ironed out, but 21 years of age, top 6 potential, not terrible, honestly. How you doing, Crab? How's your Thursday night going? I might make a trade with Detroit here, but I'm going to keep looking for a little longer. Edmonton, nothing there. Florida, Jenner. Boone Jenner went to Florida, that's crazy. LA, Turcotte, Franco Pinelli. Not bad. Height, Ogren. No, 60 face-offs. You're tired? Yeah, I'm kind of the same here. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of the same here. Trenton, Montreal. Owen Beck could be good as well. I've seen him play IRL, and he's honestly like a power forward. I will not lie. Was it Riley Kidney? Riley Kidney. Newhook, Veleno, Koivu, Oliver Kapanen, Brady Martin, two-way forward, bad face-offs. His skating's really good though. 86, 87 skating. That's kind of crazy. Svechkov from Nashville. David Edstrom. I'm liking the Danielson option so far. I think I might go for the Danielson option. McSwain. What a name. But his faceoffs are shit. Callum Ritchie could be someone I take on. 65 faceoffs. All these centers have absolutely horrendous faceoffs, even if they're freaking prospects. It's crazy. Billy Gregg, Borgo. Anyone? I think Danielson's the best option. Hold on. Luchenko? Playmaker. No, I don't want to have a playmaker on the bottom 6. That's not going to work very well. Denver Barkey. Nah. I don't see anyone besides... Who's Kindle? Playmaker. Nope. Tomasino. Rutger McGrody. 60 faceoffs, even worse. San Jose. No. Yeah. I think Danielson's the best option I've seen so far. I'm still going to just make sure. Jake O'Brien. No. Jagger Furkus. Is it Jagger Furkus or Jagger Furkus? I don't know how you say his name. Sachin. Braden Yeager. I have him in my Winnipeg team in the off-stream save. He's been playing well. Ryan Winterton. All these centers are just not good. Otto Stenberg. Dalibor Dvorsky? Ooh, this could be a good one. Could play next year. 77 overall. Good passing. Decent skating. Dalibor Dvorsky. I don't mind Dalibor Dvorsky. I'll keep looking a little longer. So it's Dvorsky and Danielson so far. The double D. 2 Ds. So far. I almost said something really bad there. Connor Geeky. Sending faceoffs. Not a bad option actually right there, but he's already ready to play. I want a guy who needs like a year or two left to grow, you know? Just a little bit longer. Utah. Damn. Cooley, Desnoyers, and a Ginla. That's a brutal top 9 center core right there. Jeez. Sorry, it's on my eye. There we go. Bedouin. Cole Bedouin. Power forward. That could be someone I'm interested in. Maybe. Joey Smith. Vancouver. Oh, sorry. God, I'm tired. Washington, Strome. Protas is a top 9 high forward. He's 87 overall. That's crazy. Sort of he could sort of be. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. No, I think Danielson and Dvorsky are the best options. Brad Lambert on Winnipeg. 69 faceoffs. No. Who's this Keith guy? Caden Keith. Okay, so Detroit. Let me look at Danielson's numbers. 77 overall. So they're the same overall rating. Both equally bad when it comes to their two-way game, shot blocking, stick checking. Their awareness is similar, skating is similar. Danielson's slightly bigger than him though. 85 skating. I think the skating is the decider here. 85 skating. 83. So Dvorsky's slower. 20 years of age for Dvorsky. 20. Danielson's 21. Okay, I think Dvorsky. We want someone who's younger. Okay, St. Louis. Dvorsky. There we go. Okay, so there's the 1-for-1 trade there. So basically, they're getting someone who's ready right now. Center core for them will be from here. It'll be Thomas, Shen, then it'll be Pinto, then Bukestad. And then Bukestad could play left wing. Joss can play fourth line center. Sunkus can play right wing. Suter can play left wing. So then, yeah, they got options here. They got options. They could be going for a run here. What is their... They're sellers, but they are 33 wins, 27 losses. So they're doing okay. Not fantastic. So this might give them that push they need. And then I want a second rounder for this year. I feel like we need it. They only have Washington second, which is not great. But I'm okay with that. And then for the return, I'm going to give them... I kind of need a third as well, actually. I need a third rounder or a fourth rounder. Let's try and add the third. I'll try and give them something worth the while. What do they want on the block? No one. Goalies. They want Peckham. I'll give them Peckham. I don't mind that. And then draft picks. Let's give them... a third. a 7th. So basically, it's Pinto, a 3rd and a 7th for Dvorsky. Oh, no, sorry, no. Pinto and a 7th for Dvorsky. And then a 2nd and a 3rd for Peckham and a 3rd. Does it go through? Trade rejected. Okay. Come on, we gotta get something done here. Come on. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me. Try adding a 6, see if that goes through. No, it doesn't go through. We gotta give up more than... Try 2/3. No, I think it has to be a 2nd. I think it has to be a 2nd. We're giving up too little. Which is fair. Dalibor Dvorsky is their best prospect, so that's fair. So you know what? I'll give up a 2nd like 2031. So that's 4 or 5 years later. And then I'll try and get like a depth pick for this year because I do need it. I'll try a 5th rounder. Does that go through? Doesn't go through. Okay, just the 3rds then. Still nothing? Brother, I'm giving you more than enough. Try 6th and 7th for next year. Wow. They are being picky sons of bitches. You know what? God, I need that 3rd though. But you know what? Fuck it. We'll find the 3rd somewhere else. It's fine. I'll get a 5th and a 7th instead. Jesus Christ. Just the 5th. There we go. God, that was such a terrible trade on my end. I got what I needed, though. I mean, I got what I needed. Are we above the cap hit? We are above the minimum salary cap. So we're at 70 million 815K. Minimum salary cap is 600K. So we're chilling. And then Dvorsky, we're going to send down to the AHL to play in that team. Let's go to edit lines, edit NHL lines. We're going to put in, was it Joshua? Yeah, we're going to put in Sauce. So we'll put, we'll basically shift people up the lineup. So Halla, 88 speed, 84 acceleration. No, yeah, he can play 2nd line, playmaker. So that way we don't lose out on too much here. And then Sherwood, I can't trade. He doesn't have value. So I'll probably wait until the draft to trade him if he has any value at that point. And then defensively stays the same. Goaltending stays the same. I do need to put the NHL lineup, or AHL lineup, sorry. I need to get that figured out. AHL, and then we're going to basically we're shifting everyone down. So Cairns goes down a line, Thomas goes down a line, and Douglas goes down a line. And we'll put Dvorsky right on the top. There we go. Cool. Alrighty, let's send me to the draft deadline, trade deadline. Oh my god, my brain. We're just gonna keep the current trade block just to keep it out of the way. Who's the top pick on the crop here? Nico Hischier is not signing with New Jersey. I mean, if we were going for win now, I would totally take this guy, but he's gonna want a pretty penny. Drew Doughty, Evgeny Malkin, Shea, Pellick, Markstrom, Kemper, Matheson, Batherson, Wilson. We're going to sit here for a bit. We're going to put some players on the trade block that we don't want to keep for our future. So let's start with forwards. So, Tuck has not a lot of value. That's fine, though. Let's see here. Dvorsky, Samoskevich. I'll put Sherwood on the block. Who else? Forward core wise. Put Volpatti on the block. 54 overall. Fuck it, honestly. Actually, no, we're not going to put Kress. Lazat can go on the block. He's not doing well on that. He's doing okay on the 4th line, but not doing crazy good. Let's go defensively now. Honestly, Emberson can go on the block. He's been doing so well. His value should be way higher, honestly. Defensively, we'll throw on this guy because he's not playing. And then we're basically going to look for picks. Is all we're looking for. Oh, wait, no, wait. Surplus, we want all the picks. Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. All right, so that's a trade block. We're basically just going to kind of chill for the next few minutes. See what happens. See if any trades come in. We cast our bait. See what happens. So, Crab, you got any plans for today, or is it just kind of chilling? I'm guessing you're going to go live tonight, maybe? Or are you too tired? Trade alert, Winnipeg, my home team, trading a 3rd, 4th, and DeVicentis and Melige to San Jose in exchange for Victor Arvidsson, a 6th and a 7th. Okay, my home team's going in for a bit of a run here. I'm gonna check my Discord while we're waiting. Okay, minimize that. Okay, no crazy trades. Oh wait, Knizev to Nashville exchange for Lars Eller. Okay, so Nashville kind of going in. All right, nothing crazy happening for me. So none of my trade block players have been approached. Trailer from Montreal. New Jersey's trade Nico Hischier to Montreal in exchange for Matheson, a 3rd and a 4th. Whoa! Hold on. Let's look at this lineup now. I have never seen any player like that go to Montreal in any of my saves before. That's insane. Hold on. Where's Montreal? There they are. Caulfield, Hischier, Suzuki. Holy shit. That is a crazy first line. Second line, Demidov, Evans, and Slavkovsky, Anderson, Bolduc, Gallagher, Brown, Doc, Newhook, and then defensively, Hudson, Dobson. Oh my god. Carrier, Gooley, Jacki, Clifton, and then Montembeault and Dobish. Yep. Montembeault. Wow. That is a crazy acquisition that'll get their forward core going like crazy. I mean, hey, if you want to go even further with it, Suzuki, second line. Actually, no, Demidov, second line center. And then put Evans on the right wing. Like, literally. I guess that Evans has decent face-offs, doesn't he? Yeah, he has decent. That's why. Okay, then yeah, that top 6. Oh my god. That's crazy. I was not expecting that trade to go down. God damn. Okay, so we're going to do what everyone does IRL in the league. Perrot. Wait, Perrot. Why does that sound familiar? No. Hold on. Okay, I thought his name was Perrot for a second there. It's Dorset. Okay. Whew. I was like, wait a minute. I thought his name was Perrot. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I was going to say, if his name was Perrot, we have to keep that coach now. No, it's not. We're good. Okay. This coach, we need to keep him, obviously, because he is a teaching coach. No, he's not. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I could fire him. 100% could. Technically, the team in the NHL would. But because we need to grow our players, I'm not going to do that because that is bad for the players in this game. It's not how this game works. So we're gonna keep them. Do I want to do it? Pretty badly, but I'm not gonna do it. Wait, whoops. Let's go one day. Game against Utah. I think we lost it. Whatever. Pittsburgh. Let's see how we do here. Pittsburgh, Utah in a row, and then Florida 5-3 loss and a 10-1 win. Whoa, where did that come from? Holy shit. Florida 4-1 loss. This is clockwork. Colorado, Columbus 6-2 loss, 4-2 loss. Okay, New Jersey, Edmonton 5-4 win. Okay, we're getting more wins now. This is actually not bad. Edmonton, we've got a 5-2 win. Dallas, LA. I think we had a win against Dallas there, didn't we? I don't know. I didn't see. A franchise sniper. Ooh, wheels, elite edges, and quick. Oh my God! Hold on. We have the lottery pick right now. We have the top chance to get the first overall 2 years in a row. Not 2 years in a row. Okay, technically we got the first overall pick via a trade last year. So we wouldn't get it 2 years in a row, but we would also get it 2 years in a row, if that makes sense. That ain't a bad idea, actually. Like, look at this. Think about this, all right? First line could be, it could be Tuck, Lundell, and Malone. Second line, Line A, Dvorsky eventually within like a year or two. And then frickin' Perfetti. Perfetti could become our playmaker after all. That's crazy. All right, let's look at potential now. Ooh, medium. No, high elite. Sorry. My apologies. I'm so sorry, Alexeev. Holy shit. I feel bad for that. Now, we could still get Bjork possibly for a second line option. Then Lundell would be useless. But I think we need to keep Lundell. That would be a really good second liner there. Nelson is a gem. That's good. So we're going to unpin Bjork. That's a really good pick there. Belshets can't take. Don't really need a power forward anyways. We got a good top 6. Sniper low elite. He is low elite, so I'll see if I can take him. If not, I'm going to pick Ristolainen over Nilsson because he's got a better gap in terms of like better amount of time to grow. If they're both snipers, then I'll definitely take Ristolainen. Hilbert, what are you looking like? Might be a 2-way. Solovyov is a lowly playmaker. I'm going to take this guy if I can. Because that could be really good. He is 19, but he is a gem, which means he could grow quicker than the others. So I'm okay with that. Gems. Speaking of, just the 3 that I mentioned. Okay. And then anyone that I had scouted that aren't going to come up to anything. Honestly, Hilbert, I think I'm going to unpin. Because he's 147. Because here's the thing. This guy's going 144th, this guy's going 146th, and then this guy's going 147th. So I'm like, not great. And then besides that, that's basically it. So we've got 6 picks here so far. Solovyov we'll see. Not too sure though. 5-3 loss against Dallas, 2-1 win against LA. Buffalo and Toronto, Montreal, Boston up next. So East Coast teams here. These are important. 5-1 win. Toronto, 4-3 shootout loss. Montreal again, 4-3 win. Okay, we won against Montreal finally. There we go. And then Boston, we've got a 5-4 overtime loss. And then Detroit, to end off the month of March, we have a 3-win win. Okay, so we kind of came back a little bit. 62 points. Still bottom of the league, though, so still the best chances for lottery pick. So we kind of came back in wins a bit here. Like 26 wins is honestly much better than I was expecting. I was expecting us to have at least more less than 20 wins. I'm not gonna lie. 3-2 win against Utah, 7-3 loss against Philly, 4-2 loss and a 5-2 loss against Calgary, New Jersey, and a shutout loss against Pittsburgh. That was a rough year. I was thinking we would be like a wild card team. If not, we would tank. And I was right. We would tank, but you know what? It's fine. That is fine. We did what we wanted to do. Give it a shot. Didn't work out. Let's see who had the most points. Looks like Alex Tuck was 68. Perfetti was 66. Lundell was 63. So yeah, these guys will do very well once we have like a lot of players around them and a better coach. Line A, a 30 goal scorer. That's what I wanted. Sherwood with 41. My God, Kiefer Sherwood did really well. I think if I can play him on the second line next year, if he continues to do well. Sam Escapes 39 for a rookie year, not bad. Lawson Krause, 37 points. Schneider 27 for a defensive defenseman. That's pretty good. Lazat 27, and then Brett Pesce with 26. The most goals scored, we had Laine and Perfetti. So you know what? Our 2 goal scorers, the top ones, were the 2 guys that were on Winnipeg before. Pretty good. Goaltending, speaking of. Wallspit with a 905. All right, and then Ingram, I am getting rid of this player immediately. Let's look at rookies here. Not goaltenders. We want rookie skaters. Here we go. So, I mean Demidov. That makes a lot of sense. Like Gary Mackey. Who had the least amount of points? Was it Perrott?
I mean, he's not even here, so maybe he isn't in the runnings for the Calder since I sent him down, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of odd. What about goaltending? I mean, Wallstead had the second best numbers for a rookie goaltender, so I mean, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. But I think Ellis, if he's gonna get the Calder, if it is a goaltender that gets it, then it'll be Ellis, 100%. Maybe. Askarov actually might get it more than me. Yeah, actually no, he wouldn't. He has worse stats than me. So if anyone's gonna get it, it could be me as a starter. So not bad for Wallstead. Most goals in the league, Pasta. Most assists in the league was Makar. Most points in the league, Makar as well. Outshining McDavid? That's crazy. That's crazy. Best save percentage by a goalie was, for starter, Shilovs? I think Shilovs. Either Shilovs or Kemper. Soderblom, Stolars. Goals against. Let's see who had the best goals against. We have Stolars, Soderblom, and Mrazek. And then most wins for a goalie was Vasi, Blackwood, and Decord. Interesting league this year. And then defensive points, Makar, Hughes, Wallman. Wallman? That's weird. This is a weird league. This is a very weird league. Okay. So, we're going to sim all the way to the off season here. Gonna go all the way to the draft. We'll try and do the draft as well. I am gonna quickly check the server pop on that on the Rust server really quick. See what the chances are of it being lower population is. Let's take a look at the. Here we go. Admin reports, nope. Rust news, nope. What's this? Rust changes. Welcome. Picks. Draft class. I'll get to that in a minute. In-game chat, let's see. So, 6. Not a crazy amount of people talking in the chat on the server. So there's a decent chance it's a little bit quieter. I mean, it'll be definitely a better chance for Monuments, I think. I might try hopping on in about, probably after we're done doing the off-season. So we'll see what happens. Top 10. Lane is a sniper. Interesting. Okay, so going to 100th is Nelson. That's fine. That's what we want. Sorry, my hand. There we go. Any low elites uncovered that I had scouted? Whoa, there's a few more. Okay, well, Hilbert we're not taking. Excuse me, sorry. Ristolainen. Nilsson. I think I'm going to leave Nilsson. We'll take Ristolainen. Ristolainen's a playmaker. Yeah, we'll take Ristolainen instead. And then Solovyov we'll try and take as well. Ola's at 45. Might be low elite as well. 1 year ETA. There's no ways 1 year ETA. I'm willing to take a shot on that because it's 1 year. So yeah, 138, 140. We'll take 139. Ristolainen. Gems. Ola, Nelson, and Solovyov. And then pinned players. Potentially starter high. I'll give him another scouting run. Hopefully he'll be scouted by the time we get to the draft. Fingers crossed. Close that. There we go. And besides that, I mean, our best option is definitely Nelson. Still 17. That's a crazy pick there. And he's a two-way for us. So that'll be a good defensive player for the second line for the future. So, okay. Let's keep going to the draft here. See who wins the cup. Tampa, Carolina, Winnipeg, Vegas. That's a classic matchup right there. Tampa winning the cup. So, was that 6 years in a row now? That Florida, the state of Florida wins the cup. No, 4 years in those 6 years? 4 years in those 6 years, yeah, because I think Vegas won 1 year. We dropped from 3-1. That's some bullshit. I'm getting that pick back. We moved too many assets to make that happen. View contracts. Let's see what we got here. Brent Pesce getting the most growth out of everyone on the team at 31. That's kind of crazy. 87 overall for him. Physical is much better. Schneider, 87 as well. Pretty damn good. Alex Tuck, he grew, stick him up. That's good. And then he's up to an 87 from, was it 85, 86, I think. Lundell, all right, stayed the same. Dorset up to an 85 and 84 passing. What did I fucking say?
Still only, oh no, that's the NHL stats. 26 assists in 56 games played. For a defensive defenseman on the first line AHL for the rest of the season, for how many games is that? 56? That ain't bad. Did he have any playoff stats? I don't think so. No, did not make the playoffs preseason. He had 1 point in 8 games played. Okay, so yeah, Dorsett, 85 overall. That's pretty damn good. He can definitely play the first line now. Line A, 85. He wasn't 87, so he dropped, but that's fine. Broberg stayed the same. Perfetti stayed the same. He actually dropped because of the goalie focus last year. Samoskevich up to an 84. Okay, so he was an 82 before. Sherwood up to an 83. Okay. Kraus, 82. Holmberg up to an 81. Joshua did not play. That's fine. Beecher, 80 overall. I think he dropped. Holla. How did he do in the games that he played? 12 points on second line center. Not great, but he did only play like the last quarter, so that's fine. Holla, still an 80. Lazat back up to an 80. He was a 78 for a bit. Pospisil, 80 overall. Emberson, 79, so he dropped a bit. Morver, 78. Dvorsky, anyone in the AHL that grew besides our defenseman? Nope, Kolychonok stayed the same. Beckman up to a 76. Excuse me, I'm dying. 76 for Beckman's actually not bad. He could be bottom 6 player. Douglas, 76, 76, 75, 75. Oh, a lot of growth in the AHL. Okay. A lot of potential players that could become bottom 6 pieces. So goalies, Costa 77. He could definitely be a backup if he grows to 79. In the system, or sorry, not system, main roster, 86 overall. Pretty good growth-wise. So Pesci, Schneider, Dorsett, Tuck, Wallstead, some of our depth grew a bit. Not a bad growth here, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, Crop did go live, okay. So he popped in to say hello. A quick little hello. There we go. Alright, so we need to trade for the first overall pick again. Sigh. So we could take Stenberg. Honestly, we could take Stenberg. I don't need a left winger though, that's the thing. I do need a shooter. I have line A. I need a top line shooter, and this guy's perfect. He fits the role. So honestly, if I need to trade Tuck, I will do it. If I need to trade my third overall pick, I will do it. I will do the same thing I did last year for the first overall pick. I will do it. So let's take a look at retirement. Let's see who retires. Does Holla call it? Let's see. Brent Burns, Couturier, Pietrangelo. Where's Quebec actually? Is it in the middle? There we are. No one retired there. No. Holla's coming back for another year, so we got him on a 1-year deal. Worth it. All right. Interviews continue simming. That's boring. Advanced day. Pro Scout calling. Okay. And we are going to save our game here in case of a crash, because that happens sometimes. And then let us continue on to the NHL entry draft and see what we have here. All right. So Buffalo, you pieces of shit. That's some bullshit. I want that pick. Tuck. He doesn't want to go back to Buffalo. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not going to blame him for that one. So let's get the third overall pick here. And then what else do we have to give up here to get this pick? We don't have a lot of value besides our top players. Perfetti. Tuck's the one player I would rather get rid of. Doesn't want to go either. We could trade Schneider. Gotta make a decision fast because we're on a timer. Lundell. This is tough. I think we do Schneider. I really like Schneider though. We got him on that 6.7 for 8. Oh, dude, this is rough. Goalies, they don't want. I guess that makes sense. They have freaking. I don't think this one's possible. I don't think we can get him. Unless I trade Line A. He doesn't want to go there either. Fucking hell, man. All our veterans don't want to go to Buffalo. It'd have to be a younger player. Broberg is one of the players I don't mind getting rid of. Would that go through 2 for 1? No. Oh, what else? We could get rid of second rounder for next year. And the year after that. That's probably the best I can do. Oh! Realistically, we should have gotten those picks. Don't worry about it. Can we get a second too? I'm just gonna mess around with it and see if we get in. Let's see if we can get something here. No, this is getting ridiculous at this point. Goalies, skaters. Who do they want? Do they want Tuck? They don't want Tuck. Okay. They want Sherwood though. They want Line. Hold on, this might be possible actually. Hold on. We give us some picks here. Second rounder for the future. And then Joshua could go in there as well. Oh, they already have Sherwood in there. Okay, we need to do picks. Okay. Or unsigned players. I doubt it. Yeah, I figured. Okay, let's get picks. Try third rounder as well. Nah. Okay, that's fine. We got the first overall pick. I'm happy with that. Okay. I totally fleeced Buffalo on that pick, but I mean, we were so shitty. We deserve this pick. We deserve it. Mark Malone, 82 overall sniper. There we go. Okay. He's 6'3". It's kind of crazy. And he had all the X factors that were listed. Wheels, lead edges, and quick release. You know what? Pretty good. Pretty good. What does the Islanders take with number 2? They take Frank Cayenne. You know what? Fair. And then Buffalo, they're gonna take the defenseman. You know what? They have so many defensemen. I want to see if it's possible to trade for that defenseman. Because like they have so many defensemen, they do not need them. Like look at their defensive core. Right? Take a look. They've got that's their 4th. I gave them Broberg. They don't need Wyman. They do not need him. They've got so many. They've got 5 left defensemen that are meant for the top 4. I mean, we could see. We could see. I think this would be a case of I trade Schneider. 100%. 1 for 1, this goes through. What about forwards? They don't want any of my forwards, really. I mean, Samoskevich makes sense. Sherwood doesn't want to go there, I forgot. I could make Krause be a part of it. Goaltending, Wallstead, no, we're not doing that. I think Schneider's, he's not such a good contract, though. That's the thing. I don't want to get rid of him. I could see if Pesci's willing to waive his no move. Or no trade, sorry. Let's see if he's willing to waive this. Hold on. Are you willing to waive it? No, I figured. It was worth a try. It was worth a try. I mean, it was a good try. They don't want Line either. Okay, yeah, no, we're not going to just trade. This is dumb. But that's crazy that they picked a defenseman again. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so we got the 50th overall pick. I think we have a player that's going, what, 40-something, I think? Let's take a look. Pinned players. 42, so that's going to be a little bit tricky to trade up for, but I think I can do it if it's an East Coast team. 42. That's 38. Yeah, that's doable. Okay. 50th pick will trade, as well as Sherwood doesn't want to go there. Okay. Could give Krause back to them. Joshua, there we go. We'll give them Joshua. That seems a fair trade. They get a physical player on a decent contract. They get a second rounder, traded back for the second rounder. They're giving up. Yeah, that one's a fair trade. All right, let's sim the rest of the top 10 picks. Ivor Stenberg goes to New Jersey. LA is gonna pick up Rubrok. Okay. Ottawa picks up Bjork, so that's the playmaker I have my eyes on. That I would have taken if I wasn't able to make that trade with Buffalo. So pick number 7, Calgary takes Ethan Belchez. That's actually pretty damn good for them. Utah takes Matthias Preston. So they got it, yet another sniper. Holy shit. So Cooley, Iginla, what's his name? Desnoyers, and now Preston. Jeez, that is a crazy lineup for center core. Novonti, and then Ling going 10th. Okay, so pretty good top 10 right there. Let's see what we got in the second round here. So we're going to take up Olis. I'm just gonna see what other options are. So Dagonet, 50 points. Don't trust it. Yeah, I think this is the best option. What about draft key? It's got a decent amount of points and a C minus, but I still like Olis better with the gem, you know. 4 points, A+ league. Might be a sniper and a 1-year ETA. That'd be crazy if he's actually 1 year. He is a 1-year ETA. Okay, you know what? And he's a sniper. We've got our top 6 snipers kind of for the future here. I would prefer a right-handed guy on the second line like Line A. I'll be honest. If I can make a trade for a right-handed sniper and change Olis for that, I will do it. But that's a good value pick right there in the second round. Big time. He can grow into something. Okay, 133rd. Is there anyone else before that I need to pick up or no? Pin players. 133rd, 113th. So I need 113. Okay. Let's go third round. Utah again. Sensing a theme here. Do we give them Ingram back? Yes, let's give Ingram back to them. And then we'll give up on... Oof, they want all good players. They don't want Sherwood, right? Yeah, they don't. Kraus, Holmberg, Beecher, Emberson, Morvair. Holla doesn't want to go there. Okay, that's fine. Pospisil. I'm going to give up Volpatti. What is he? 2-way forward? Yeah, I'm going to give up him. And then I'll give up... Stranges. Actually, I think just Volpatti's a good enough deal there. Yep, it was. Okay. So this one is 69th. Do that. We'll call timeout and do another trade here. Let's go West Coast. Calgary. Sherwood? Nope. Line A? Nope. Tuck? Nope. I could give them Krause, but I'm not going to do that. Probably Holla? Nope. Lazat? No. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Well, in that case, let's go into our depth picks here. Let's do... Hey, we'll do 6-7. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. Let's make our picks. I think we've given up enough here. Pin players. So, we've got a bit of an earlier pick. So, Nelson, 98th. Take him next. Yeah, then we got 101. 51 overall. Okay. 80 overall here. So next pick is 101. What's his name? Emile Richard. Bottom 6 forward. Okay, well. And then 133rd. We got to do another trade here. We're going to try and keep the 133rd for 137. So we're going to trade up the next pick we have after that. For, yes, we need to keep 133rd. Hold on, what was it? 137? Hold on, I need to look at the pins, sorry. 113. Okay, so we need to trade for 113. So 4th round, trade for 100th. We need to trade 156 maybe? Yeah. Or we do this. Those two. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much the easy route right there. 100th, there we go. 4th round, first pick in the 4th round. Let's see. So 113th, we're going to take Alexiev. Hopefully he's high elite, even if he's 19. Fringe starter. Okay, I mean, you don't win them all, you know? 133rd, 5th round. I'm going to take Ristolainen. Oh, what flag is that? What flag is that? He's playing on the Spitfires. What flag is that? Teal flag. I need to look this up now. I'm curious. Teal country flags. Let's see. Here we go. Visit, please. What flag is this? Yeah, it's the exact same. That's Kazakhstan. Holy shit, I've never seen a player from Kazakhstan on here. I might have to make a trade just for that. I've never seen that before. That's actually kind of crazy. I'll legit give up like pennies for this dude. I'll do it. Callahan can go, Thomas can go, and then I'll give up a 7th for next year. All right, I'm willing to do that. That's kind of crazy. I did not expect that flag to be in here. Ristolainen. So then, yeah, I could have taken a two-way. I could have taken a sniper. We've already got a sniper in the second round. We've already got a bunch of defensemen in the top 9 right now. Or top 6, sorry. Ristolainen. Here we go. And then I'll take that freaking guy from Kazakhstan. He's playing on Spitfires. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. What is he? AHL top 6. Oh man, he's not gonna grow, but I'm gonna keep him. That's crazy. And then Solovyov. What's my next pick? 156. It is. So let's go round 6, I think. Let's find my pick. What's this pick? There it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 50, 9, 8, 7, 6. There we go. And then we'll just trade up our 5th rounder for that one. Ooh, they're being a bitch. Hey, do you want Lazat? Nope. It's worth a try. Who do they want? We're staying Holla? Nope. Don't want them either. They want contenders. Yeah, they want contenders. Okay. Well, I'm not giving you contenders. You can just fuck off. Let's do that. Cassidy. Do that. Still rejected. Fuck you. Okay, fine. I'll give him my 5th rounder. I was hoping to keep it, but fine. I'll give him my 5th rounder, you pieces of shit. These teams are greedy. First Buffalo, now Vancouver. 146. It's crazy. Honestly, a good amount of players drafted in this year. We did miss out on some players though, like Alexei was not high elite. Richard was not a low elite. He was bottom 6. The guy from Kazakhstan was not elite. He was AHL top. Oh, that's too funny though. All right, Solovyov. He is 19, but I'm okay with it. He's a gem. So 54 overall, playmaker. Not a bad draft. I mean, 2 years in a row we've had to trade up and lose a lot of assets for the first overall pick. But I mean, in a year or two, we're gonna be unstoppable, I feel. So I'm willing to sacrifice that and wait a little longer. So. Okay, let me check my Discord really quick. I am looking for a message from someone. Nothing yet. Okay. Okay, it's advanced data resign. Okay, probably shouldn't let him chill there. We're basically going to do the same thing as last time, free agency, get all the big stuff done, and then I'll do the other stuff off stream. So, let's see what we got to resign. So, we did trade some assets the way we were planning on keeping. I'm going to do, do I want to sign Malone? No, I'm going to wait on Malone a little longer. Lazat, your price lowered? No, it's still 2.3. We're going to let him go to free agency. It's not going to work. Dvorsky, if he wants to play 4th line, I'm not opposed to giving him a decent deal. 2 years? What's the window right now? Is it 2 years? 1, 2. It's a 3-year window, but I'm okay with signing him for a 3-year deal. 2, 3. 250? I'm okay with that. 1.250 for 3 years. Isn't giving him what he wants. Kolyashonik, let's see what he's looking for. 2 years at 1.275. We're going to qualify that. I don't know what he's on. He hasn't played NHL minutes much yet. Douglas, bottom 6 forward. I mean, even if he plays AHL, I'm okay with him sticking around. Yeah, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. I'll do 975 for 2 years. Ah, fuck, 1 mil. Will be nice. My sack, not going to bother keeping you. Iorio, we're going to keep you around. Looks like we're qualifying him. Yep, we're qualifying him as well. These guys are just on crack. 1.1, jeez. Excuse me. Karen's going to let you go. Gwinnett going to let you go. Tulio? I'll keep you around for another year or two. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, just 2 years. Yep, 875, 2 years. I'm okay with that. Gwinnett. Oles can play in the AHL. I don't mind that. 975 for 3 years, entry level. Safronov, we're going to leave you. And then everyone else can just play in juniors. Goaltending, looks like it's going to be Wallstead, Kosa, Price. And then we'll see if we can find an AHL goalie backup. And then we're going to play. No, we're going to sign that franchise guy. We're going to sign him. Because we're going to have a 3-year window, right? 975. See if he plays on our team. He does. Good. Okay. Let's go over to the coaches and scouts, because I did see someone need to be re-signed. I don't know if it's one of our A scouts or not. We'll check in a minute. Is he? He's a C scout. We'll fire him. He's done. Besides that, sorry, I did this. I mean, I feel like our coaching wasn't the issue, although he did go down to B. So if we can find a better coach this year, that'd be ideal. If not, that's fine. So, okay, let's advance day. See what everyone says for extensions. Douglas says yes. Dvorsky says yes. Beautiful. So we've got our 4th line, 3rd line, centers done. Let's advance day again. I think our main concern right now, do we have a 2nd line center right now? Let me look at centers only. Lundell 1st line, Perfetti's on the 1st line, Beecher 3rd line, Dvorsky 4th. So then, yeah, we need a 2nd line center. So I think that's our main goal for free agency here. So free agency, we're gonna look for like a 2nd line center for on like a 3-year deal probably. That's our window right now with all the older players and all the guys we're not sure of. So we've got the guys that are RFA, UFAs. It's fine. We're gonna advance. They can be let go of. And then, yes, we got 35 out of 50 contracts we have to deal with. That'll be off stream, obviously. We're going to get a few done right now. The first thing, though, we're going to look at extensions and see if anyone wants, like, any good deals here. So, we got extension. Beckman. So, this guy actually might have a bottom 6 role with us. He's playing decently well in the AHL. We'll give him a clause. That way we get him cheaper for a one-way deal. It's kind of unfortunate we have to do one-way, but that's fine. 975 is, like, pennies for NHL. So, he says yes for 2 years. Beautiful. Any in the system players? We got some players that want to be extended. Ratu, not sure. Gunler's actually growing a decent amount, but I'm not going to give him an extension yet. Pulley, no way. Milash, no. Johansson, no. Then we got our RFAs here that are waiting. Kosa will need an extension come January. And everyone else is basically locked up, so we're chilling. We did a good job at the beginning of the save to get things done. Free agents. Let's take a look here. We're going to go to our note overlay screen. We have Makar for 20 million. Jeez. Nico Hischier would be a good option. But that's 7 years. That's a little too long. Let's look at centers specifically. Jared McCann, 5 years at 7.9 is not terrible. I wouldn't mind this, but 69 faceoffs. I don't like it. Ryan O'Reilly, Evgeny Malkin, Ryan Strome, Larissa Reinen. Nick Waugh, Morgan Frost. Nothing crazy in free agency except for Nico Hischier. So here's what I'm thinking. We sign this guy for 7 years if we make this move. He wants to sign with us. He wants to do it. He's got 2 other teams interested in it. So here's what I'm thinking. We're building a pretty good team here with 2 franchise pieces, defenseman and forward. We got a sniper franchise player and a defensive defenseman franchise player. I think signing Nico Hischier to a really solid price early on at 12.3, maybe we can get him lower, would be beneficial for us. He could play 1st line, Lundell go 2nd line. He does want a no movement. Ooh, and he wants first power play. That I can promise him. So let's negotiate with him. Let's see if we can get his ask down a bit. Charm him. Perfect. All right, so who's looking to sign you? I'm curious. So the interest, he's considering a 7-year deal at 14.570 from Ottawa. Ooh, that's rough. I think it's our division too. Okay, let's talk contract. Okay, so 7 years is fine. I don't mind that. We're gonna improve the offer. Gonna give you a clause. It's not gonna be a full no move. It's gonna be a no movement modified no trade. A full. I'm gonna give him a 90% protection, so he only gets traded to 3 teams. Playing times. Yeah, we can agree with that. He wants power play unit. Yeah, we can give him power play 1. And he's immediately interested like crazy. Okay, that's perfect. And then let's improve the offer even more. We'll give him first line ice time as well. Promise first line ice time. Yep, that's perfect. And now we will negotiate that price down a little bit. So 350K, we'll take it down 350K first. See what that does. Okay. Negotiate that down again. Let's try and get him down. We'll go down every 500K, see what it looks like. Okay, so that goes down again. Can I go down another 250K? Okay. Okay, so 11.5 is the lowest he's willing to go. So let's improve the offer again. Let's increase the salary by 250K. There we go. So here's the deal. 7 years, 11.750. And if he doesn't sign with us, we've still got Lundell. We just need to find a different second line center. And then what I'll do is I'll sign a second. I'll sign like one of the guys lower down in the free agency list, just in case he doesn't sign. Excuse me. So we'll continue. And he should sign right away because his interest is crazy. Like he really wants it. Ottawa, he's really interested. And then New Jersey, not as much. So let's see what he says. Yes! All right, let's go. We got Nico Hischier on our team. So that's already insanely good. So let's go centers. Now we're going to look at this. So I'm willing to sign a guy for 1 year. And I think that'll be Morgan Frost. This way, if we need to swap anyone in the lineup like we did last year, we can. He's got the face-off. He's got the passing. He's a playmaker. I think it's a solid. And he only wants 1 year. And we need a cap dump anyway, so we'll do that. We'll give him a modified no trade at 50%, and we'll do a $5 million deal. We'll overpay him by like 500K. So let's see if he says yes to that. He'll take back to us in a few days. Okay, so now we need an AHL backup goaltenders. We're going to go two-way contracts, sort by potential. Oh my god, I was doing that glitch again. And it looks like I'll be taking on Hugo Onfelt. All right, 25 years of age, 64 overall. Or do we want to take on Hunter Jones? I think Hunter Jones might be the guy. 6'5". Yeah, we'll do that. Hunter Jones. We'll just do 9.75. Go lower than $1 million. He says yes. Beautiful. Okay, so we got Price as the backup again. Jordan Dumais could be a good replacement for Line A later on. The only problem with Dumais I've had is he doesn't really get goals, even though he's a sniper. But I'll give him another chance. I'll give him a shot. That's a good value pick in the AHL that we can keep on our list. Says yes. Beautiful. And then besides that, I don't think there's anyone else that we really need. I'll double check and make sure, but I think that's it. So let's look at our forward core here. So Hischier, we got Hischier, we've got Tuck, and then we've got that franchise potential guy Malone. Second line, we've got Lundell, Line A, Perfetti. Third line, we've got Sam Oskevich, Kiefer Sherwood, and we've got Beecher. Fourth line, we've got Sam Oskevich, Sherwood, and Beecher. Fourth line, we've got Lawson, Krause, Holmberg, and Dvorsky. So then Pospisil isn't playing. So maybe we do a little bit of a flip here, Maybe we trade Pospisil. I mean, Pospisil did pretty good, though. He had 15 goals. That's honestly really good. I don't really want to trade that. How did Krause do compared to him? He did really well, actually. Okay, we'll keep Krause over Pospisil. We will keep Haula as a face-off guy as an extra. And then defensively, are we good defensively right now? Right, first pairing. I think first pairing, second pairing. First pairing. We need a left-handed offensive defenseman, I think. So, offensive on the first line? No, they're both basically two-ways. So, two ways on the first line. A defensive defenseman on the second line, and we need an offensive left-handed defenseman on the second line. Then we got Emberson Moravert. So, pretty much we just need one offensive defenseman on that second pairing. So, let's go back to free agency. Let's go to defenseman. And then let's go, we'll just keep it as this. So let's see. Gosh, Spear, 3 years. Left-handed offensive defenseman. Should have a veteran second line. Or we could go and try and sneakily take Bowen Byram from Buffalo. I mean, they have too many defensemen on the left side. That would make sense for them.
Lorai, he's defensive. I would not be opposed to going after Byram in a trade. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. We're just taking everything from Buffalo. Let's take a look at defenseman. Owen Byram. Okay, so here he is. RFA'd. What do they want? We already did a trade with them, so we know kind of what they want and who doesn't want to go there. We could trade Nelson. He's 17. He has a chance to get up there. He really does. We could trade away. We could trade away Krause in this deal. So we're not going to use him for this year. And then, who else was I talking about not bringing back? Pospisil. There we go. Pospisil. And then let's give them centers. Beecher, Holla, Stranges. Hold on. Who was the other forward that I was not thinking of keeping around? I cannot talk. What am I doing? Dell, Nelson, Perfetti, Line, Skavich. Oh, let's do mine. Maybe I was going crazy. We'll do a future second. So here's the trade. They get a few bottom six pieces. They get rid of one of their defensemen that they honestly, they have 5 left-handed defensemen. If they just go to four left-handed defensemen, that'll make it easier. They can fit them in the top 4, right? Let's take a look. So defensively, they've got Dahlin and Power on the first line. They have Byram, and they got Broberg on the second line. Then they got Kesselring and Samuelson on the third line. They need to get rid of a defenseman here. They got too many. Wyman's gonna be stuck in the AHL. So here's what I'm doing. I'm getting rid of Byram. That's their third best defenseman. That'll help us out in the second line. Then that's going to become Dahlin, Power, Broberg, Kesselring, Samuelson, Wyman. There we go. That's the top 6. There we go. Easy peasy. They've got goaltending and then forward core. So these additions, they got 2 forwards coming in, 2 wingers. So they got, let's look at left wingers. Left wingers. They got Zucker, Kulich, Tanev, Benson, Rosen. Right wingers. They've got Quinn, Doan, and that's it. So 2 more forwards. That'll fill it out quite nicely for them. And then their center core. How are they doing on centers? They got Thompson, Norris, McLeod, Krebs. Yeah, this is the right trade for them. They need 2 winners on the bottom 6. A second rounder for Byram is basically what this is. Does it go through? Trade accepted. There we go. So that trade makes sense for both teams. They need 2 depth forwards. We need a defenseman. They get a pick out of it as extra. And now we can sign Byram to whatever the fuck contract we want to. There we go. So now the lineup's going to be Schneider, Dorsett, Pesci, Byram, Emerson, Morver, Koyachan can be depth. There's my team for the second year. That is pretty solid. We still have to sign Byram, though, so let's do that really quick before we forget. So Bowen Byram, what are you looking for? You are looking for, 6.7, 3 years. That's the window. I mean, I could go 7 years, lock him up alongside of Schneider. Give him, 8.5 probably? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think we'll just do the 3 years. Let me just make sure that's the right window, though. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, boom. Yeah, that's it. 3 years. We kind of loaded up this year for the playoffs, I won't lie. So 3 years. So he wants 6.5. Let's try and do a no movement plus modified no trade. And yeah, he's interested in that. So 6.5 over 3 years, 75% trade protection. Does it work? We'll see in a few days. Oh my goodness. And then that should be the rest of our cap space right there that we have to take care of. I mean, that's basically it. I'll sign a few more free agents really quick. Just the top ones, and then I'll do the rest of the fillers off stream. So let's go forwards. Potential. So Boucher will bring in. 50K. Yeah, it's fine. We'll bring in. I don't know how you say that name, but we'll bring him in. Let's try and say it. Prokazin? I think that's how you say it. He says yes. Bring in Petrov. Let me check my Discord really quick. I'm waiting for that message still. Nothing. Alright, see. Yep, there we go. And then defenseman. Only top 6s. Okay, so then Odelius, I'll sign Odelius. I don't mind that. 50K. Let's sign Nystrom. Yep. Get him on the team, and then we'll bring in one more 70 overall. Let's try and get a left defenseman this time. We got a lot of righties. 71-23. Guriev. There we go. That'll do.
825. He says yes. And we already got our goalies. All right, let's sim and make sure he says yes to that deal. Oh, coaches. I almost forgot. Holy shit, that was almost really bad. We need to check coaches for an NHL head coach, because our guy is not doing well. Head coach, Patrick Waugh. Okay. Honestly, Patrick Waugh is the best goalie coach there is. Or there's this guy who's a generalist, but his offense is shit. Do we wait another year? Patrick Waugh's the only one that has good offense. I mean, if you want a teacher, who are the other coaches? Are they just player made? Or EA made? Yeah, they're EA made. I'll sign Patrick Waugh to a 4-year deal. Give him what he wants. Make sure he signs. And then we need someone who's not shit offense, and he's not shit offense. So then let's go ahead and sign an AHL associate and AHL goalie. Actually, no, I need to redo my coaches a little bit. Yeah, I need to redo my coaches. So we're just gonna do a fresh start. Fresh start. Fresh start. This coaching staff did not get it done last year. All right, so NHL head coach, done. NHL associate, we need a power play specialist. Let's take a look and see what we got. So with teaching, honestly, C- C is not bad, but I prefer an A power play with an A- teaching, C- coaching influence. I do not mind that. So let's go with this. This is much better in terms of growth and power play. NHL associate. Let's go to our assistant now. Penalty kill. B in teaching is not bad. I don't hate it. I mean, that's probably the best option. I mean, there's other options here with like C's, but coaching influence is a D though. I mean, it's not our head coach, and veterans could be helpful. So you know what? Yeah, we'll do it. NHL assistant coach. Probably gonna regret it, but you know what? For better penalty kill, better contention, I'm okay with it. I'd like to at least make the first round this year, because we don't have our pick this year, I think. So, NHL goalie coach, we need that for teaching, so we'll go ahead and sign you. Vokun. Adela Vokun. Oh, my nose is so itchy. What's this? Check my Discord really quick. NHL goalie coach. Sign. Let me just make sure my Do Not Disturb is set up here for overnight. Alright, and then we need an AHL head coach. Teaching preferably. Although I do want the scheme fit to change. There it is. Not too bad, actually. I might keep him around. Forward focus, but that's fine. AHL head coach. I want a guy who has like a pinch shoot scheme fix. I feel like our last one didn't do very well. Offer contract. AHL associate, so power play. Ooh, that is a rough, very rough. I'd rather have teaching and coaching influence. So we're looking to grow our AHL team. We got some prospects in there now, so AHL associate, AHL assistant, penalty kill. A little bit better, but for veterans. This one, veterans again, but it's a bit better for teaching. Excuse me, sorry. 600K. AHL assistant. And then goalie coach again. We're going to get this guy here. Aiden Williams. And then after this, we'll take a short break and we'll hop on to Rust and pray that the pop is a little low enough. So, yeah. So joins. Joins. Yep. 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 Byram says yes, beautiful. Frost says no! Oh man, are you serious? Morgan Frost, you fucking bitch. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Ain't no shot. There's no way. Oh, he's the only head coach oh my god. I need to sign Waugh. If he says no again, then fuck it. Whatever. That's crazy. I was not expecting that. I'll try one more time. If it doesn't work, then crap. Take two. Jeez, that's actually crazy. I was not expecting that. Okay, that's weird. I gave him the exact same contract. What the Okay. Whatever. Whatever. This game's weird. Post trade. Let's see out of our money situation. Yeah, we have 83 out of 104 mil. That's pretty good. Okay. I will save the game here. I'll do all the boring off-stream stuff, and then starting the year after that, we can start doing like the preseason stuff, getting prospects to play in the NHL. So, yeah. All right. Looks pretty good. Let's quickly go face cam for... Actually, we'll go... Yeah, face cam for a minute. So we're going to take a short break. I'm going to get my title set up for Rust once the displays stop glitching. Part of me does want to wait. I'll quickly load up the game and see what the population looks like. If it's still like crazy, then I'll just play it tomorrow. So... yeah. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, sorry. Let me load up Rust really quick. See if it's still kind of crazy. Take a look. Go. I'm just loading up Rust right now to see if it's... still crazy. Let's see. Who's messaging me? Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, it's still kind of crazy. So you know what? We'll wait till tomorrow. I'll end stream now. Yeah, we'll do the more Rust tomorrow. Because it's still pretty populated right now. So, all right, everyone, have a good night. It was a good stream. I'll see y'all tomorrow around 7 o'clock.